Hey everyone, it's NastyNate here, bringing you a StarCraft 2 commentary. First one in a while, I know. I'm sorry, but I've been very busy, of course. Today I'm going to be bringing you a game on, looks like Shakura's Plateau, between myself, Ghost, which is my new BattleNet name right now, for the moment, and my opponent will be Vizjerei, my friend Nick. Anyways, as you can see, I'm not actually playing Zerg in this game. I'm playing Terran for some reason. Lately, I've had a fascination with playing random, so I decided I was going to play random in this game. And it turns out it's going to be a Terran versus Terran. So, it's going to be obviously one of those kinds of games where you just have to bear with it and find out what happens. Because as you all know, Terran versus Terran is very long and drawn out matchup in most cases. Sometimes it's not. It can be very quick if someone decides they want to cheese or do something crazy, but in most cases, turn versus turn is very slow and procedural matchup involves a lot of downtime. So I believe I actually may speed this up a little bit here because, you know, Terran versus Terran, there's not a lot going on. When something happens, I guess I'll slow it down. But for now, we're just going to go through it. Sorry I haven't been bringing you guys a lot of commentaries lately. I've been really busy. I've also been streaming a lot when I play StarCraft instead of just commentating because I like to practice, and that's what I do most of the time. So anyways, it looks like I'm just going for a standard build with gas. My opponent has gas before mine a little bit, but I am going to be throwing down a tech lab as my first gas building and a command center. So I'm going to be expanding with the tech lab, getting a Reaper to scout with, and my opponent, Nick, who is actually one of my practice partners, but he is not actually on the UNR CSL team. He is, however, a Renoian, and we play StarCraft, so that's good enough for me, and we practice together a lot. He's a really good player. I'm happy to have another practice partner, a good Terran player. I have a few already, but this guy actually plays standard, unlike most of my Terran practice partners, which is really nice for me because I like to have some opponents who just play a normal game instead of some crazy random shit. Like my other Terran partners, Blindo, Greg, talking to you. But whatever, this is fine. So it looks like I'm throwing down a bunker at my front. And you know what, scratch everything I said about playing standard because it's Terran versus Terran. In my mind when I was talking about playing standard, I was talking about Terran versus Zerg, which he plays standard against. However, this is a Terran versus Terran, so we'll see what happens here. This could go any direction. It looks like I'm playing on an engineering bay. Got my factory going, got some tanks coming out. Looks like I'm going to play the standard Terran versus Terran, which is Siege Tank Viking, I believe, with maybe some Marine support or whatever you want to throw in there. Hellions. Pick and choose. You can play mech, you can play bio. Some Terrans like to play bio. I know Nick does in TVT a lot. He plays Marine, Marauder, Medevac. But it looks like he's going to be opening with a Banshee for some reason, which we'll see if this gets any kills. Could be interesting. Oh, looks like there's already a Banshee here, so in the units lost tab, let's check that out. Well, this is not the tab I'm looking for. Units killed. Here we go. So it looks like I've already lost 6 workers. I've killed 4 with my Reaper, perhaps. But he's moving around with 2 Banshees, being very, very annoying. Sorry, guys. There we go. Alright, so it looks like these Banshees are going to move around my base, blah, blah, blah. Very fun, right? Killing all kinds of stuff. Sorry, this stupid thing keeps getting in the way. Anyways, it looks like he killed a total of 9 workers, so 2 Banshees. I don't know if that's worth it or not. It's about even, I think. He lost 1 Banshee, the other one survived. But right now he's a little bit ahead of me on the worker count. He's about 4 workers ahead. But, yeah, and he's ahead on the supply count as well, by about 5 or so, so he's doing well. I'd say that paid off for him, slightly. But it's still pretty even. He's gonna get a few more kills, it looks like. 1 more worker killed for Nick. He's gonna have to retreat with that Banshee now. And we're just gonna mac her up here, so I guess I can speed it up a little bit. Production tab, I'm getting stim pack. Here he's going blue flame, so it looks like maybe a mech build. Is that what that is? Blue flame? Yeah, that's blue flame. So maybe he's gonna be doing some Hellion harassment or just incorporate Hellions into his main. Army, they're pretty good against Marines. Well, they used to be with blue flame, but not really anymore. So I don't know what the point of these is. Maybe some kind of drop he's gonna do with blue flame Hellions, but anyways, I'm getting combat shield. He's getting an armory, working on my upgrades, getting more factories, more barracks out. It's like I'm going for some kind of biomech build to start out, and then maybe transitioning into some real mech build with Vikings, and it's like maybe a medevac and a Viking. Anyways, he's setting up, getting his units out there, trying to get some map control. Meanwhile, I'm going to be pushing out to these watchtowers, checking it out. However, I'm going to be denied by these Hellions a little bit. However, he's not going to be able to do any damage with them because I have siege tanks positioned in the proper spots. And he's gearing up to take a third. I already have my third going. So it looks like I'm actually going to maybe be taking a slight perhaps just making things even back in this game. I'm just behind on the supply count, but it looks like I'm catching up very quickly. Now about even supply. And going for some middle map control. Meanwhile, taking a fourth base, as is he, about the same timing. Actually, about exactly the same timing, which is interesting. So we just both wanted to take our bases at the same time. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. Let's see, looks like he's going with high-sec auto-tracking. I have no idea what that is. Some kind of Raven upgrade, maybe? Yeah, sorry guys, I don't know a lot about Terran. I actually just started playing random, and Terran vs. Terran probably the matchup I know the least about. So, anyways, my upgrades, 1-1 on the Marines, 1-0 on the tanks. His upgrades, 1 on the tanks. Marines, no upgrades. So he's going to be going pure mech / air units, looks like. He's getting some Vikings out. Hopefully getting some air upgrades with this mass Viking count. Meanwhile, I'm also getting Vikings, I think. Yes, I am. I have a couple less than him, of course, but pretty even so far. He's ahead on the supply count somehow. I'm not sure how that happened. But smartly putting up one of these sensor towers, which is a great idea in Terran vs. Terran because you always want to know where your opponent's units are. You should probably build one up here too, just so you can cover all the map. Maybe one up here, just in case any kind of drop play comes into effect. You always want to know where your opponent's units are. It's really good in Terran vs. Terran. It's such a turtle style matchup that you might as well know where everything is so you can react to it accordingly. Looks like he's going to be trying to push in with a couple Banshees here, not really doing any damage. And I'm going to be pushing up and taking this middle position, which is really, really good. You really want to hold this middle position if you can on this map. It's kind of a silly map, or especially in Terran vs. Terran. It's kind of like, I'll take half the map, you take half the map, we'll battle for the middle and see who wins. But my positioning is much better, I feel like, so far, because I have the middle. I can take these two bases here, and eventually take these ones, while he'll have to push into my army and be very inefficient with his... Oh, here we go, guys. Looks like a battle is coming into play here. He's moving a couple Banshees and some Vikings in, try to snipe my tanks, but I'm trying to micro these Marines and pick off those units. But he's doing a pretty good job, I would say, of picking out those siege tanks. It's a smart composition right here with by him. Picking out some tanks. I'm kind of retreating a little bit, trying to figure out how I'm going to defend this attack. I suppose I need some Thors or something. I don't know. It looks like I'm getting my +3 upgrades in my infantry. Just getting more Marines out. Not really, just kind of falling back a little bit, letting him take this middle. Which probably wasn't the best decision. I don't know. I'm not sure really. He has lost quite a few of his air units though, at this point, so it's kind of been, back and forth. I am actually ahead on supply count now. A lot of these worthless Marines, however, against siege tanks are not the best. Do some drop play maybe and do a little better, but I'm just going to be sitting here for now like you in Terran vs. Terran, and since nothing is happening, I will once again speed the game up slightly so we can keep this going. Looks like just some back and forth action here. I'm trying to get position over the middle ground. I'm sorry this is so stupid of a game so far, guys. It will get much more fun, I promise you that. It does get pretty interesting towards the end here. looks like I've taken all the bases on my side of the map. He has taken all the bases on his side of the map, so we each have 6 bases. He's doing a good job sniping off my siege tanks. I'm trying to respond to that. Probably not the most cost-efficient way. I should probably get some banshees of my own and try to snipe his tanks. But meanwhile, he has upgrades. I have better, slightly better. No, I have about the same upgrades. He has 2-1. I have 3-0. And I'm getting. I have 3-3 on my infantry. He has. He doesn't have infantry, so I'm not gonna actually worry about his upgrades. Yeah, he's no upgrades on his infantry. Now comes the fun part where I start to nuke and cede some map control. I'm sorry, not cede some map control. Regain some map control with these nukes, which is the best way I think in late game to kind of give yourself some position to get an advantage in turn versus turn. Because you can just nuke, I mean, you don't have to really nuke the army because they'll scan and kill it, but if you just nuke right outside the army, they have to pull back a little bit. Then you can push your siege tanks forward and get some map control. If I keep this up, I can eventually push them off these 2 bases here and take these 2, which I've already taken 1, it looks like. And right now it looks like he is building. He has quite a few starports. He has a lot of Vikings on the field. Nothing else really going on for him. He's kind of, I guess he's supply capped, so he can't really build anything else. Now I'm gonna start pushing up here with these nukes. He's trying to do some kind of crazy push. I don't agree with this at all. I don't know what he's trying to do here. I should probably just pull back and let that nuke land. But I'm not going to. It looks like I'm gonna nuke my own units, in fact. Which is a great idea. Nope, looks like I canceled that just in time before that nuke landed. Meanwhile, it looks like I'm way ahead in the supply count now. I should probably just push all these units forward. I don't realize, I guess, that he doesn't have any tanks back here. I could probably just unsiege everything and move forward. Take out these bases. But I'm trying to be slow and methodical. I'm not very good at turn versus turn, so you see that my APM isn't very good at all as turn. It's only 70 in macro game, already 28 minutes in, which is terrible. I mean, his is the same, but usually I have a lot more APM. I'm just kind of messing out. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. Anyways, looks like he is going for some well, not me. I'm going for some upgrades. He's going for some upgrades. Making some Hellions and just the same composition coming out from him, but I have a few ghosts on the field, I believe, so I'm going to be hopefully nuking these planetaries on the side here. Getting some map control. Let's speed it up a little bit since I'm very slow this push. Anyways, sorry, this is such a ridiculous game. I just wanted to cast it, get it out of the way, because I haven't cast in so long, and it seems like the game to cast. Dropping some nukes here and there. And yeah, I'm really tired, so I apologize. My casting isn't the best right now, but I'm just going to do what I can here. So we're starting some SCVs to clear up some supply. I feel like I need some more Vikings, maybe? Yes. Nuking right here. Boom! Look at all those Vikings. They're all dead. That's awesome. Smiley face. Just killed a bunch of Vikings. Pretty much got air dominance with that nuke, which is pretty awesome. Now, I should probably just push out with some more Vikings. I don't know what I'm waiting for here. He doesn't really have any other air answer except Vikings. If I can just kill all its Vikings and Ravens with air units, I can just completely just destroy this force. And I made some Banshees or something, but I don't really know anything about turn versus turn, so I'm just going to stick with my composition that I'm running with right now, which is nukes, tanks, Marines, Vikings, medevacs, whatever else I feel like making. I could probably just win this pretty easily if I just knew a little bit more about the matchup, built some Banshees or something, force air dominance, and just run over him, but I'm not going to do that, it looks like. I'm still just going to keep nuking him, dropping nukes all over the place. Kind of failing with some of them, but as long as I'm pushing forward, you know, one step at a time, it's fine. It doesn't matter that I miss with some of these nukes. Here comes another nuke. He's going to actually see that one, luckily. And it's not going to do any damage, but it's going to give me some more map control. So you see I had to put all his Vikings back, all his siege tanks back, through these nukes that are just falling everywhere right now. Which is a great idea, but now he's building, as you see, 3 battlecruisers, which I have not scouted. I do not know anything about these battlecruisers. And he's starting to get air upgrades. I have no air upgrades. I've completely neglected getting any sort of air upgrades this game. So we'll see how this plays out. I'm going to keep nuking, keep pushing forward here. Speed it up a little bit more. Okay, here's another nuke pushing forward here. Looks like he's going to have to push back a little bit. Getting some more map control, hopefully picking out these bases fairly soon. There's a lot of Vikings though now, and a few battlecruisers, so now I scouted this probably. I know what's coming. Oh, no, building a missile turret, but it's pretty useless. Here comes another nuke. That has been killed, that poor ghost, but this actually will kill a few tanks. Oh my god, guys, look at this. What a nuke. What a nuke! Just destroyed his army right there. So happy that I just did that because now I feel like I have some breathing room to deal with this crazy army that he's built. A bunch of battlecruisers and Vikings. So now I'm going to be coming out Thors, Vikings, Marines, everything anti-air that I can think of. Thors obviously not a great choice against battlecruisers, but I just need to pump out every area I can because I don't have the army to deal with this right now. I should actually unsiege all these tanks and bring it back, but I don't know what I was thinking this game. I thought they were all dead. I was like, well, these tanks are useless now, so I might as well grab some supply, but it's actually kind of a waste. I should probably just attack with these at least, if nothing else. Because I need somewhere to die. Useful, instead of just taking all this damage, but, you know, they're buying me some time up here. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Anyways, he's now moving in, but he has 2-2 upgrades on his air units, and I have 0-0 still, I believe. Yep. Totally forgot my air upgrades, and now despite all its awesomeness, especially that last nuke was super awesome, we're kind of in a tough spot here. I don't know what I can do. He's still making more battlecruisers. He's got 3 more on the way, 3 more just finishing. I just do not have the army to deal with this. Well, okay, we're pushing these battlecruisers back, actually killing all these battlecruisers here, which is great, but I'm ahead on the supply, but the problem is the upgrades. He's going to have 3-3 almost immediately right now. And I'm gonna be on 0-0, which is just terrible. Despite having a equal army, superior army, whatever you want to call it, not the same army, my upgrades just aren't gonna cut it with. I need these at least attack upgrades for the Vikings to just deal with these battlecruisers. But with 3-3 against 0-0, what can you really do? I still haven't even started the upgrades. I don't know what I'm thinking. I saw he has battlecruisers, and all these units are stuck back here, which is wonderful. But I'm not starting any of these air upgrades, which is just a bad idea, guys. Don't ever forget your upgrades. I know I'm playing off race, I don't really know what I need to get, but you should always get your upgrades, even if you're not using the upgrades at the time. It's always great when you're on 8 bases to get those upgrades for all the units you don't have, even if, because this could happen. Battlecruisers are a possibility in terrorist terror. I didn't think about that when I played this game until I saw it happen. But there's going to be a huge engagement coming up, it looks like, and I'm just going to get demolished because battlecruisers with 3-3 upgrades beat Vikings with 0-0 upgrades. So as we see here, the Thor's doing a good amount of damage to all these pumped up Vikings. However, Yamato blasters, Yamato cannons coming in, getting everything up. This is going to be the end of the game. Now I just realized that I forgot my upgrades, which is why his armies completely rolled over mine when undisputed. And the game will end very shortly, I suppose. I had no answer to deal with this crazy air-only army that he switched to. This good tech switch by him actually won in the game, even though he was way behind. I had 8 bases, I was pushing him back to 4 bases. And then really that was only like about 2 mining bases, 1 or 2 mining bases at the time. So I could have easily won that game with that second nuke that I got that was really good. Not the second nuke, but 1 of 2 nukes that actually hit something. The second one was the best, of course, killing tons of Vikings. Yet, didn't buy me enough time because I didn't get the upgrades. Until the very end, I started working on them. Didn't even finish them before the game ended. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll probably be playing Zerg again in the future, in case you're wondering. I do play random a lot as well, for fun. But when I play seriously, it's generally Zerg. It seems like I'm the best with that race. When I play random, my matchmaking score goes down a bit, so I end up playing lower Master League players and Diamond League players. So when I play Zerg, I do the best I find. So we'll see what happens if I switch races. If I do switch races, it will be to random. It won't be to another race. I like Zerg. I'm the only really good Zerg on my StarCraft team in college, so I figure I should probably stick with Zerg. Plus, I'm really good with them. Or not really good with them. I'm the best with them than I am with any other races. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll try to bring more YouTube commentaries if people decide to watch them, because it seems like not a lot of people are interested in my videos. I have like 5 views on the latest videos I've put out. But if you have any comments, feedback, anything like that, please post them, of course, in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this terrible, terrible commentary. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Good night.